Okay. Welcome to Road to Liberty. Today is September 23rd, 2015. I'm your host, RJ Parker. You know you love the intro. Today we're joined with Sarah Elizabeth, as you can find her on Facebook and other places on the webosphere. Road to Liberty is a show with topics decided in secret in advance, just like the rest of the public narrative and media, so you should be used to this. We hope to help you down the road of travel from status to free individual. And you can visit roadtoliberty.com for more. Sarah, why don't you get us started with your three topics for tonight?
Okay, all right, so these are my three topics that I chose. I'm just going to put my notes in front of me. So first topic is a surpriser. It's a shocker. How peaceful parenting can be a key player on the road to liberty, with emphasis on the NAP, sorry. And then my second topic is the effect music can have on your health, which my original idea was like music equals happiness, or music can like boost your mood, stuff like that. And then my third topic is, patience. Patience is my third topic. Having patience with little things can help with having patience with bigger things in your life.
Wow.
So those are my
All right.
that I chose.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you my topics real quick. And then I'm going to probably just get rid of one of yours because I don't think all three of those are going to stand for the show today.
That's all right.
So
I
my
might
three
have something
topics.
to say about yours.
Oh, well, I guess that sounds fair. My three topics are as follows. A little bit more simple than yours. I didn't do as much homework and research, but topic one is do what you want, period.
I like that.
Number two is tripping without drugs. And number three is vibration. So whatever, vibration. So do what you want, tripping without drugs, and then vibration. Just vibration, period. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to take your three topics and I'm just going to chop out the peaceful parenting.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
I guess that will not make it on today's show. I'll have to be saved for another episode. And I suppose you're going to want to chop something off my list.
I kind of don't want to.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, but here. Since I have to, okay, so it was do what you want, it was tripping without drugs, and it was vibrations. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to chop. I don't want to, but since I'm forced to, vibrations. I guess it's very broad, and I really like the other two a lot more.
All right, so being as we both had a little chop, that would bring us to the part of the show where you would have to choose one of my remaining two topics to do a 1-minute monologue.
Right.
From the top of your dome.
Okay, so I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to choose tripping without drugs.
Okay. You may proceed with the monologue.
Okay, so this is off the top of my head. Wasn't discussed earlier for this. So, okay, so tripping without drugs. As someone who has taken psychedelics and has tripped, I think that tripping without drugs it's an interesting topic, and I think that it's definitely doable and possible. I think that it may be hard to do without doing drugs in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, like, I really appreciate nature when I'm tripping. And because of that, I feel like I appreciate nature more when I'm not tripping, like, because I don't really do it anymore. I think I appreciate it more because of what I've been through. But tripping without drugs, what else can I say about that? I don't know. I'm kind of on the spot here and I feel a little awkward. Okay, so trivia without drugs. Let's try this again.
Is there a way? Let me help you, I guess. It's a
Yes,
monologue,
please.
so actually, I can't help you. I can't. All I can do is say that that was a minute, so
Okay, that was my
we'll
minute.
leave it there for the audience to decide. No, I mean, there may be not a lot to say about it. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll have to choose one of yours to do a monologue on now,
Okay.
and I know what it's going to be because I know what I want to discuss. That's how I play. Process backwards of elimination. Check that out. All right, so my topic to do a monologue is the music health connection.
Right.
And I really think it's gangsterly awesome. If you can keep track of the minute for me, you can do whatever you want. Just rough it out. Look at the clock and then whatever. Doesn't
All right,
matter. It could be a
let's do
minute,
this.
2 minutes, whatever. I agree with the idea that there's a connection, first of all. So, like, maybe you don't play an instrument, but maybe you like listening to music. Maybe you like to drive around your car and sing to the music, even if it's corny music, even if it's 90s pop music, whatever.
Right.
That movement and bopping to it and bop, 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 whatever, going to it,
Mm-hmm.
I think is like a little massage for all your cells, like in your shoulders, in your chest, in your head, in your brain. So if you're a person that just drives down the road and listens to silence and doesn't ever like bop around or dance,
Right.
I don't think you're going to be as healthy. I don't think your cells have a chance to swish around and interact, and there might be a pocket of something. Not to say that I'm in tip-top shape, but I think I'd be in worse off shape if I didn't interact with music, whether it be dancing or just jamming out. Now, I make music, and just to kind of close off, I'm probably hitting the minute point soon. When you make a song, even if it's just a little simple idea in GarageBand or something like that, and you hear yourself, oh, cool, I made that beat or I made that riff on the guitar, to me, that's like probably what it feels like for a chick to have a baby. Like, it's like, there's my thing I had in my brain out there in the world, so I don't have to.
Right. There's my creation.
And then I feel like I'm healed. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all.
No, that was good. That was good. That was better than mine.
So with that being said, we have to discuss doing what you want now.
Yes, let's discuss that.
And being as it was my topic, I will allow you to lead the inquiry on me with regards to that. If you want to ask me anything, or if you want to take
I feel like it's
there or whatever.
I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a broad subject, like, but not at the same time. You know what I mean? It's very direct, like doing what you want. Of course, do what you want. But like, are you saying like are you saying that like people don't do what they want normally, and you should do what you want? Or are you just like encouraging like people to do what they want? Or like what was your like thought process of picking that topic? Like,
okay, well, yeah. So let me give you an idea of where I was coming from, and then you could probably have something to say on it too. Like, do what you want in the sense that there's the you in the equation. So like, maybe you have a boyfriend, maybe you have a mom or a grandfather or a teacher or someone that you kind of made an obligation to, or maybe even the older version of yourself. Like, oh, when I was 5, I said I was going to be a dancer or a politician or whatever it is, a cop.
right.
That's really not you either. You know what I mean? So I'm saying in general, with do what you want, it could be in a bigger sense with your career or with something important in your life, or it could be in a smaller sense, like in the moment. And that's really where I think it, like, and I'll let you jump back in a sec. So I'm obviously like barreling into this, but
no, that's okay.
It's like on a day-to-day basis, what I find is like, even if I feel like I'm procrastinating and I'm like, oh, I want to paint right now, I want to jam out on guitar or whatever, by just getting into the thing I want to do, my life, like I'm right into a good mood. I got positive energy going. I feel like healthy and like, like good for me. Like I'm reading the book I want, or I'm playing the instrument, whatever it is. Then when I get bored of that, I feel like, oh, I treated myself. Now I could sit down and do some work, or now I can clean the kitchen or whatever it is. So I think by doing what you want instead of what you feel like you have to do, when you get to the things you thought you had to do, you actually want to do them too, because you feel like, oh man, now what I want is a clean kitchen. Like, you're not like, oh, it's like you already did all the things you wanted to do. So now this is really what you left. Like, oh, now I really want to clean my kitchen.
Absolutely.
Like, you get to that point, you're like, I'd love to see a clean kitchen now.
Mm-hmm.
I already played guitar, I already painted, I already went for a walk, I already worked on a website, whatever. But what does it mean to you to do what you want? What's your takeaway on that?
I mean, well, I was gonna say something about what you were talking about. Like I was just gonna say, like I kind of do like a backwards version of that. Like today, for instance, I really wanted to complete this painting that I've been like thinking about in my head for days. But for me, like I felt like I needed to do the dishes first. You know what I mean? There's a big pile of dishes. Like me and my roommates have like not been doing dishes for like 2 days. Like it was just there piling up. And I'm just like, damn, like I just want to clean it out, like just cleanse my area before I even start. And I wasn't even painting in the kitchen, you know what I mean? Just like having that clean, having that taken care of allowed me to like open my mind to like that process. I guess maybe because it was an artistic thing, like, you know, I feel like maybe I need to be cleansed a little bit first. But I mean, doing what you want to do, I think is really important, you know. I think it's the road to happiness, you know, like Bashar says, like follow your compass, like let that be your guide, you know, like you're not gonna live a fulfilled life and you're not gonna live a happy life if you're not doing what you want, you know. But I agree with your view is that like if you do what you want, you're more likely to do the things that you need to do and in a happier way, in a positive way, instead of being like, oh, I gotta do the dishes again. Like you're like, awesome, like I was able to do the song or my painting or whatever it is that you want to do. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, great. Now I feel great. I can like listen to music and like do my dishes or do my laundry or whatever it is that you need to do because you've already done the things that you want to do.
Yeah, and I think it's funny we both had this like chores kind of like idea about this, but it's true because like I think since you're kids, it's always like we had this idea of like, well, there's like this fun creative time where you're playing games and you're drawing or painting or whatever, and then there's like, oh, I gotta clean my room or I gotta do my homework, and that seems to follow us into adulthood. And I try to shake that off by being an entrepreneur and not having a 9-to-5 job as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
You've tried that to some degree, doing some freelance writing and trying to sell your painting. Which, by the way, why don't you plug? I'll plug mine next. Where can we get your art if we were so inclined to get some art from you?
Oh man, I don't even know. Big Cartel.
You gotta get. We'll get the link, but you need to.
I don't have the link or anything. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know I was gonna plug something.
Well, that's do what you want, right? So you did what you wanted. Now, next time you're gonna want to know your stuff. But it's all right because this is a podcast thingy, so we can have it in the links later. But we'll drop both of our art things. I want to touch on the two things you said that I thought were interesting on this do what you want, and then we'll shift to your topic here, and then we'll talk about our sponsor, our secret sponsor in between.
Okay, good idea.
So your point with Bashar, I'm going to link to this as well afterwards. I'll find a few Bashar playlists or videos for you guys. But Bashar is a dude who's kind of out there in esoterica, but he claims to basically be channeling alien spirit or alien consciousness, which for all I know is possible. I mean, you know, there's only so many albinos. Until you see an albino, you would never believe there's albino, you know, cows that were all white. You know what I mean?
Right.
But once you see one, you're not going to dispute it. So same theory goes for, you know, religion. Like that's what Christians would say. Like, well, if you saw Jesus come with the 4 horses apocalypse barreling out of the sky, you'd probably be a believer. But do you want to wait till that time, or do you want to just, I'm not saying you should go to church tomorrow. I'm just saying these view, like faith in general, it doesn't have to be a religious thing. It can be towards your own life. Like, so with Bashar, I take him at face value. I don't take him as necessarily channeling an alien, but maybe he is.
For me, like he says so much wise shit, and
Right.
You're just like,
maybe that's
like
his
I don't even
persona.
care. Like,
Maybe that's his stage persona to get some people on board that would otherwise think he was just full of himself or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, either way, like whether he's a crazy person or he's just super smart or he's really actually channeling an alien, like it doesn't matter. Like it's a wealth of knowledge.
Bashar, but I'll link some stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, his whole point with the do what you want thing is we follow our highest creative impulse in the moment, which allows us to kind of tap into our potential, tap into our excitement, tap into our, like you were saying, like you're excited. And I was gonna say about the chore thing, this is my other point with what you said, is that like the order of operations sort of how you build your day matters. So you could get up, have breakfast, take a shower, go for a walk. You could get up, take a shower, do supplements, go to the gym, then have breakfast. You get my point. Some people really biohack, so to speak, and try to reconstruct their day in different ways until they find the perfect formula. I'm starting to mess with that myself a little bit. But that being said, simple stuff like giving yourself the jam out or the painting or the walk or whatever is cathartic for you prior to the chores. Like I made the beat on my computer today, and then when I went to go clean the dishes, I was listening to the track I made. It was like a 5-minute track once I stretched it out. So I almost got the dishes done by the time I played out one time.
That's
and
really
hit
cool.
play again and finish the dishes. So it was 10 minutes. I would have had to listen to it twice anyway to make some changes. So jumping into your discussion topic, we are left with patience, which it was between that or the parenting, peaceful parenting for me.
So we're not going to discuss like the stuff that I like did on music.
That's why I
We're
was
just
telling
going to hit
you.
on that.
Yeah, the format is gangster like that. You have to. Only one of your things is going to get really deep dive into. But you can save that and use it
Okay.
again the next time you're on, and
All right.
we could use that. Force me to pick it eventually. Basically, you feel me?
Yeah, I just got a lot of good stuff on there.
You can make your own little side episode for Road to Liberty and upload it. That's fine too.
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay, so right now we got to talk about patience, little things. Since it's your topic, I'm gonna kind of lead the questioning against or towards you with that. What same question basically? What made you pick that topic? How is that relevant to you? Like, why is that something you feel like has to be patience? Like, how is that relevant to anybody in the world today? And for liberty, like, how does it help us? Like, I know this might be asking a lot because we didn't really touch on this stuff yet, but doing what you want, just to throw it in there real quick, because I don't want to make you do more work than me. It's all about liberty and doing what you want, because the state stops you from doing what you want. Oh, do you want to open a business and pay taxes and have regulations, or do you just want to open a business? I think it's obvious. Do you want to drive around with a doggy tag on the back of your car? Or do you want to, you get my point. You want to be free
Just
to
drive
travel?
around.
Do you want to have a permit to leave the country? No. So that's obvious. Yours, what is this all about? Patience and little things. How does that help us on the road to liberty? And how is this relevant to you? Go.
Well, I'll answer the second question first. It's relevant to me because I think it's relevant to everyone. I went into this whole episode with the idea of positivity and like leading a happy life, because that's kind of like on the forefront of my mind right now. And patience is part of it. I think that patience, everyone should have, work on their patience, because it affects you individually as yourself, and like even the relationship that you have with yourself. Because a lot of the stuff that I was reading, it says the most difficult person to be patient with is yourself. So practicing patience within yourself, within your brain, not getting frustrated when, the lock doesn't lock on your door the first time, or, like for me, like I get frustrated a lot with autocorrect, like that will really piss me off. And I really have tried to not be like, and like smash my phone, because I love my phone, it's not my phone's fault. I'm being impatient, that's on me. So I think that learning to be more patient with the little things in life will help you to be more patient with the larger things in life, like with people, like with, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really thinking about liberty when I picked the topic of patience, but kind of thinking about it now, like patience is kind of a virtue of the NAP, like being not aggressive with people, will lead to a less aggressive society. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like aggression, like impatience, like one of the things it said was, allow extra time whenever possible. Rushing makes this, oh no, that's not what that was. Anyways, just being more patient.
It's probably good stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was actually something else that I was thinking that was for my other topic. I don't know. I'd crammed like so much research into like 2 hours before the show, and it's kind of like all like swimming around in my brain right now.
Well, you can do your own side episode, but so patience, little things. I'm gonna throw in my thoughts real quick
Yeah,
on
go
the
do your
liberty
thing,
side, especially like
please.
we need, I think, to recognize. I think I speak for us as the Liberty Movement because this is Road to Liberty, and you're watching my channel, and Sarah's on the show today, and whatever. But my point is, the little things we have to decide what the little things are when we're going to post on Facebook or we're going to do our podcast or blog post. Are we going to make a whole episode or a whole day devoted to something Donald Trump said? If A, you don't think Donald Trump should be a leader, which if you're a voluntarist or anarchist, you don't think anybody should be a leader. B, if you think that it's a distraction in some way, if you don't think it's positive for the cause of liberty to be talking about Donald Trump, don't talk about something because it's going to get you clicks or because it's popular. Talk about something that is relevant. So patience, to me, I think how this ties in is a value judgment on
Your
your
water is
time.
boiling, honey.
You tell her, Sarah.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's a value judgment on your time because you're trying to say, all right, is it worth my time to get frustrated? Is it worth my time to slam the door or to scream at my neighbor, hey, shut the crap up there, whatever? No, it's not worth it. You're just going to make it worse to get impatient. You know what I mean? And the same thing with the state. You want a voluntary society so fast. Have you read Rothbard? Have you read Mises? Have you read 100 blog posts out of the 3,000 or 4,000 Ron Pauls written in the past 30 years? Neither have I. So my point is, we all have a lot more work internally we can do before we're even ready for a voluntary society. We're supposed to be the leaders or the bastions or the, oracles of that. Well, let's lead by example. Let's stop criticizing and being blah, 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 blah. That's not patient. Patience is, I understand. I was a statist too. I used to pledge allegiance. I voted for Obama in 08. I don't run from that. I also don't brag about it, but I talk about it because that's humility. That's me saying, look, obviously we all can grow and change. I used to think that at 9/11, let's go bomb the Middle East. I come a long way. I'm thankful I'm not where I was then. I was a freaking brainwashed person, to be simple about it. I went to public school. I got indoctrinated. Simple. So anyway, the point of touching on all these topics is to expose that liberty is involved in every aspect of our lives, and getting from status to free individual requires thinking about your whole life in a new light and touching on all these new ideas in a new context framework. You're a voluntarist, I'm a voluntarist, so we don't really talk about liberty that much because it's understood. No one's going to be aggressing on anyone. We don't believe in
but it is good to look at different aspects of your life and seeing how liberty is involved or can be touched upon or can be bettered but in the different things in your life. That's really important.
So Sarah, I'll let you be the one because I think you'll be good at this, and if you want to volley it back to me you can, but I'd like you to be the one to expose the idea. I did go ahead and make that purchase that we discussed, so we can say it now. Why don't you go ahead and tell everyone who our sponsor is for this show?
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know as much as you do about it because, but so we've created a little project called Voluntary Knits, and that's our sponsor for today's show. And we both share a love of knitting and crafting, and we want to also benefit the Liberty community as well. So our plan is to get involved with different Liberty-minded podcast shows, such as Freedom Fiends and Free Talk Live and shows of that nature, and partner with them. Give them proceeds from our sales. And in turn, we get a little marketing spot, I guess you would say, a little advertising spot. And we help each other out. I scratch your back, you scratch yours. We like making knits. People like buying knits, especially this time of the year. It's first day of autumn, September 23rd, first day of autumn. So it's getting cold out there. People are going to be buying, scarves and hats and sweaters, and we like making those things. So, Liberty people buy from us, and most of our proceeds, what percentage did we say?
All right, you did a great job. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
I was like, let me just see how far she can go with this.
I go pretty far.
Going down the river. Okay. No, perfect. That's exactly it. I want to work with the thinnest profit margin possible. It's not really profit, but we don't want to be an official non-profit because we're not asking the government's permission to not profit or profit. We're just going to operate like a normal business, and it'll be all over our website and branding. That right now, at least, I want to stick to 90% because that's a strong 9 out of $10 you spend on not donations. We're giving you something, and these prices are going to be reasonable. I don't know exactly. Some might be $20 hats, $30 hats, $15 scarves, up to probably $40 scarves, depending on how much work went into it or how much time, effort, quality of the yarn,
materials.
So this is a long spot. Eventually we'll have this gel down to a nice little 60-second catchy little thing we say, or 30-second thing we say. But voluntaryknits.com right now is nothing. I didn't even get a chance to put up the form yet, but by the time, if someone sees this later today or tomorrow, I should have something up. I'm not going to drag my feet though, because this is going out. I'll have it up by the next day, just to where we got a landing page where you can leave an email address and a name and tell us whether you want to send us knitted goods. You can send us stuff you knitted, which is super lightweight, so you can send it to us. We'll give an address on the website shortly, and we will upload the images and the descriptions of everything, the sizing, whatever, onto the site and handle shipping.
Yes.
Whatever the proceeds are. So let's say we sold your hat for $30. We take the shipping cost, let's say it's $5, deduct that, there's $25. Whatever 90% of that is going to go to our sponsor of the month. In this case, let's say it was Free Talk Live. At the end of the month, we're going to give them all of that, whatever it is, 90% of whatever we sell. We sell $1,000, they're going to get $900. We're going to take $100, 10%, just to keep the servers going and maybe take a little bit, slave labor, kind of $2 an hour money for ourselves, because we'll be putting in, Sarah's going to be doing social media. I'll be doing a lot of programming and then put a lot of it into yarn. The other way to donate is you could actually send us just yarn or knitting needles and stuff. And what we're going to do is, with our surplus because I already have enough needles and all that, crochet needles, knitting needles and all that. So does Sarah probably, but anything we have duplicates of, when people want to come in as knitters, we could send it to them. We could send you, if you want to be a knitter for Voluntary Knits, you commit to doing like a scarf a month, we'll send you a ball of yarn a month. So you don't have to pay for that. And it's like kind of subsidizing your hobby.
And we want to do knitting needles and stuff, we can we can send you that. We can get you a little starter kit where it's got like knitting needles and yarn. We send it to you. Right. We'll even wrap it for you.
Well, yeah, that's all going to happen. So keep your eyes peeled for voluntaryknits.com. Check it out. There to put your name on the email list. Even if you don't have a knitting ability, get on the regular part of the mailing list anyway, which is just put your email in, put your name in, because we're going to let you know when the site goes live and how you can contribute. If you're listening to this, seeing this, and you are, someone who has one of the programs we discussed or something of that size, we want to start with someone that has an audience that when we do a 30 or 60-second spot on their show to talk about voluntary knits, point is, people hear about it, they come and purchase the stuff so that you guys have the money coming back around.
That money goes back to them.
Yeah, this will work. This is something I've been thinking of for a while. I have a lot of harebrained schemes, but this one is, I think, going to work.
This one's a good one.
So anyway, keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. With that being said, there's nothing else to talk about here. I do want to say that you can be on the show next. Sarah, you can be on the show again. But other people can be on the show next, because I want to start doing more episodes that are short like this, like 30 minutes to an hour. Bang on a couple of different topics, and then you guys can take these thoughts piecemeal, and it's not just me ranting in the woods like it's been. So you got any parting thoughts there, Sarita?
Yeah, friend me on Facebook. I'm always looking for cool people to talk to about liberty and stuff. Sarah Elizabeth, can find me through links, so I guess or something. And check out my art. If a piece sells, I'm upgrading to a bigger package so I can put more items on my website. It's like Big Cartel, the happiest art, but we'll put it in the links below. So please, if you like art, come check it out. Something strikes your fancy, send it straight to you.
Yeah, Yep, buy her art, and then if you really like art that's not as good as hers, but more anarchy related.
That's subjective. But...
I have some pretty anarchy related art in my store with like anarchy like A's and stuff because I'm lazy.
I like
But
the
I like
L's
it.
with the red dots.
I have a lot of cool shit. Yeah, the L's. I had a lot of the shit I didn't post yet either. But doing art is a good idea. We're gonna do another thing about that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comments below on what you think about the topics. If you have any thoughts you want to add in, and if you want to be on the show next, just say so in the comments, and I'll reach out to you, or you can find me or Sarah or somebody on Facebook, and we'll get you in the right place.
Reach out.
Reach out, touch somebody. All right, guys. Thanks for being here, and have a good ass night.
Bye.
Bye.